What is going on, YouTube? This is Lawrence over at Mighty Comics and Collectibles, and yes, we are back with another video. Today I have some major unboxings for you guys. Getting a lot of stuff in the mail right now. I got some boxes from Target. I got some comics from my IG live sale. I got some stuff I got from eBay. I got a haul from one of my LCSs. A lot of stuff to go through today, guys. But before I do that, if you guys aren't a current subscriber of the channel, I want you to do me a favor and go ahead and click that subscribe button for me, guys. I want you to smash that notification bell. I want you to like this video if you like it. I also want to remind you guys that the channel memberships are live right now. If you guys are interested, it's $4.99 per month, and you will have some exclusive perks out there that not everybody in the community will get. Besides that, I'm going to start today's show off with actually some comic haul that I picked up from one of my LCSs. I actually picked these books up just the other day. He posted some stuff on Instagram like he always does. Shows me his, great wall that he's got there. And of course, I messaged him about a couple of books. I wasn't too sure I wanted to spend this much money on one of these books, but I decided to go ahead and pounce on it only for the fact that I think this book is one of the major keys you're going to see out there, and it has gone up in value over the years, and I expect it to go a lot higher in recent weeks. It also kind of prompted me to discuss about yellow covered comic books. We're going to have a discussion at some point in a future video about yellow covered comics and what makes them special and why they are so valuable. But let me show you the two books that I picked up from my LCS. The first one I was able to snag was a copy of Marvel Tales #1, starring Peter Porker, the spectacular Spider-Ham. You guys know what this is, of course, the first appearance of the Spider-Ham. Not a book I really wanted in my collection, but I picked up some stuff from my older stepson there the other day, so I figured I'd pick up something from my younger stepson. I'll give this to him eventually, but I wanted to show you guys this book. I paid $35 for it. Not a lot of money. Kind of a funky key. They have it graded at a 6.0. I haven't really looked at it too much, but I thought it was, monetary value wise, it was pretty darn cheap, so I thought I'd pick it up for him for his collection. The next book we're going to talk about is the book that I saw on the wall scan that he showed me. Again, I have a copy of this book. The first copy that I picked up, I got when I got back into collecting a few years back. Believe it or not, when I picked that book up, I was going through some long boxes at a small con. He had this book in his collection in the long box for $25, and I couldn't believe it was $25. I went ahead and snatched it up. I saw this on the wall, and I knew I wanted to add another copy sooner rather than later, and this one he had graded at a 6.5. Having looked at it, it definitely can benefit from a press, but other than that, it looks gorgeous. It is a copy of Amazing Spider-Man #121. This is actually the death of Gwen Stacy, and what a fabulous cover this is. Beautiful yellow covered comic, one of my all-time faves. Again, there are some blemishes. That actually is on the bag right there, you can see. But regardless, this is a nice book to have, guys. If you guys do not own a copy of this book, I suggest you pick it up before Gwen Stacy shows up in a future Sony or Marvel movie. It might be quite some time, but you can see what I paid for this book, $450. They weren't open to negotiation on this one. They knew what this book was worth, and I agreed with them, and that's why I picked it up. Again, if you find this book on eBay right now for about a 7.0, I feel graded, they're going for like $700, and that's the reason why I picked this book up. Definitely worth adding, like I said, one of my favorite yellow covered comics, and we'll get into that, like I said, in a later video. I have one more comic to show you guys, but I'm not going to break it open just yet. I got this one off of a live claim sale. I'll go into who I got it from once I open it, but I have some packages here, one from eBay and two from Target. We're going to open these up real quick. So this one is the eBay item, okay? I got this one off of eBay for pretty cheap. I believe I paid a total of $30 with shipping included in that, which is, I think that's pretty good for what it is, considering some of the other of these right now have really skyrocketed in price from when they first came out in retail. But I showed you guys this on the last unboxing that I started doing these, and I wasn't sure I was going to keep going, but like I said, when I can get them for regular retail, I'm going to pick them up. And I plan on collecting all the major origin characters of these figures, like the classic OG villains, and here we have the Sandman. Again, I loved the Sandman when I was growing up, man. I used to play that old Spider-Man game for, I think it was a Sega Genesis. I used to love that freaking game. And just beating him was one of my greatest achievements in gaming back in the day. But here you can see the Sandman right here. This is probably one of the cheaper Spider-Man retro figs you're going to find out there for some reason. I don't know why, if he's less desirable or maybe there's more in a case pack. Regardless, happy to add the Sad Man to the collection. And the last two I got from Target. So I'm going to bang through these really quick, open these up, and then I'll show you guys the comic at the end. I know some of you guys don't always like to wait till the comic at the end, but you know what? That's the good stuff, right? But these, like I said, they're cool enough to show you guys. So I wanted to go ahead and open these on camera. So you guys, if you are interested in collecting them, they're actually they're not badly priced if you could find them. The problem is finding them right now because it seems like everybody's collecting these things and they're really hard to come by. So this one is actually Symbiote Spider-Man. So there you go. This one is probably more desirable than the Sandman, obviously. This one is kind of hard to come by right now. I don't know if this one is short cased, where there's only one per case. Regardless, this thing's all over eBay right now. I happen to be on Target, and I set an alert for when this comes back in stock to alert me. And it took me like 3 weeks to finally get it, add it to the cart, and be fast enough to pay for it before it went away. Finally got it, snagged it. Happy to add this one to my retro Spider-Man collection. Again, really cool figures, guys. If you guys haven't checked these out, these were made back in the early 90s, I believe, and now they're redoing them, so keep that in mind. Last one of these, again, a Target item. Actually, no, I apologize. This is not a Target item. I got these off of, I apologize, eBay as well. So again, another good deal, because I'm not buying these unless I get deals on them. It's not worth it for me. I'm not spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars on figures that, retail sell for, $21, $22. So this one was a combo deal because there's two in here. Here we go. The first one is Mysterio. There you go. Like I said, I'm going to collect the classic OG villains. I have Symbiote Spider-Man is not a villain, but believe it or not, the original Spider-Man figure for this series is over $100 because I guess it was only one per case pack and it's really hard to find. But regardless, here is the Mysterio figure. Looks pretty cool. I like the retro cards. It's, to me, the best part about these figures because I remember the OG series and they were awesome. And here we have the Black Cat. Again, another OG villain, one of my faves. I can't wait to see Black Cat in her own film or in actually a Spider-Man film. That's what I really can't wait for. I don't know if they're ever going to do it, but to me, instead of going, they already had MJ now, different MJ in the MCU. The next movie, it should be Black Cat, right? She should be part of the storyline, 100%. Like, we have to go to that storyline. We've already seen Gwen, even though I picked up that book. You're going to see her again eventually, 100%. But I think we're going to go Black Cat first. All right, that's it for the toy section of this haul, guys. I have one more book to show you, and it is a big one, okay? Not a massive one, but a big enough one. To me, I got this book from Rob at Red Hood Comics. He always does live sales on Fridays. If you guys haven't seen his IG live sales, they're quite great. Rob does an awesome job of pricing and being flexible with his pricing. So I made him an offer on this book, and he accepted, and I'm happy to add another copy of this one to the collection as well. This is one of my favorite covers in the early ASM run. Again, you guys know I'm a big ASM collector. I have this book as well. I've actually owned probably 3 or 4 copies at one point. This will be my second right now. But like I said, when I find key issues and they're reasonably priced and they're fair price and I still think they're undervalued at that price, I try to pick them up, okay? And as you can see, I'm picking up the same books over and over and over. It's not like I'm searching out there for something new, something that I don't know a lot about. I'm not trying to spec on something that I could lose money on, or something that I'm not really a fan of. So I tend to stick to books that I really want in my collection. I just add second copies. If something new comes along, then that's a different story. Maybe we'll pounce on it when that time comes. But regardless, I was able to pick up another copy of Amazing Spider-Man number 40, The End of the Green Goblin. One of my favorite early John Romita covers. He's got this graded at a 4.0, and usually he's pretty good with the grading. As you can see, this book could probably benefit from a press, so we'll do that as well. But again, what I noticed about this book was that the colors popped. Again, one of my all-time favorite covers. This 39 is my favorite. That blue and that purple cover with him and the Goblin. And this one is my second favorite on the early ASM run. It's just absolutely beautiful with the reds, the yellows, the purple, and the green from the Goblin. It's awesome. He had this price at $300. I made him an offer at $250, and I had purchased a big book from him before, so he gave it to me for $250 and hooked me up. That's the kind of thing you guys have to do with some of these sellers out there, especially the good ones. They'll remember you. If you pick up some good big books from them, they'll remember you the second time you come around, and maybe they'll help you out, especially if you helped them out the first time around. So keep that in mind if you are looking for books. I've been finding it a lot harder to find good deals on good books right now. eBay is really, really tough to find anything right now, comic-wise. The IG live sales, I've had some really good luck with. If, like I said, if you're familiar with that and you know some of the sellers, I think you can get some good deals out there still. Everything else is pretty much a crapshoot. I find that Shortboxed, while I like the app, I think it's awesome for people to sell their comics, their slabs. I find a lot of the prices on there, they rival the eBay prices. So to me, you know, I'm not going to go crazy. I want to get books for under market value. That's the whole reason why I'm still buying comics. I'm not just going to buy it because just to have it. I want to buy it under fair market value if I think it's worth it. I always want to add books, but I want to make sure that it's worth it. So that's it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for sticking with me through all these unboxings, some comics, some toys, some really great stuff out there that I'm adding to the collection. So with that said, this is Lawrence over at Mighty Comics and Collectibles saying thank you for watching. Subscribe if you're not a subscriber, and I'll talk to you guys soon.